Welcome to Aviator DB News Briefing. Today is Saturday, April 25th, 2026. Here are today's top stories. TCAS prevents collisions in Nashville, New York incidents this week. European airlines prioritize fuel availability over cost for summer 2026. NTSB cites system failures in fatal LaGuardia runway collision. Now for the details. TCAS systems prevent potential collisions in two recent incidents. Two commercial aviation incidents occurring within days of each other underscored the vital importance of collision avoidance systems, according to the Flight Radar 24 blog. The events involved Southwest Airlines operations in Nashville and carriers serving New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport. In both cases, aircraft received Traffic Collision Avoidance System, TCAS, resolution advisories that prompted crews to execute go-arounds and safely deconflict their flight paths. Nashville operations on April 18th. The Nashville incident occurred April 18th, involving Southwest Airlines Flight 507 and Flight 1152. Flight 507 was conducting an approach to runway 02L, while Flight 1152 departed from the parallel runway 02R. Following a go-around by Flight 507, air traffic control directed a turn that briefly placed the aircraft on a potential collision course with the departing flight. Both crews received advisories and maintained vertical separation of approximately 500 feet at their closest approach. New York operations on April 20th. Similar maneuvers were required during the incident in New York on April 20th between American Eagle Flight 4464 and Air Canada Express Flight 8554. Republic Airways E-175 overshot an approach requirement, bringing it closer to the Jazz Aviation aircraft than planned before TCAS advisories took effect. Both flights landed safely following second approaches, demonstrating how automation and crew vigilance prevent accidents. Airlines operating in Europe are increasingly concerned about jet fuel availability rather than costs, according to Flight Radar 24's AvTalk episode 367. The podcast highlights that supplies are running low as carriers prepare for the summer 2026 season, marking a significant shift from previous industry discussions where price was the primary operational driver. The analysis notes that countries outside the Middle East face particular fuel supply challenges due to high prices and impending shortages. The episode also covered Boeing's Q1 2026 earnings report and ongoing flight testing of anti-ice fixes, while transcripts from O'Hare Airport suggest flight reductions are occurring at major hubs due to capacity constraints. AvTalk hosts emphasize that availability has become the new critical metric for capacity planning in the global aviation market. Industry stakeholders are advised to monitor supply chain developments closely before peak travel periods, as regulatory efforts, such as the European Union's Accelerate EU proposals, are being examined as potential responses to these aviation challenges. The National Transportation Safety Board released a preliminary report on the fatal collision involving Air Canada Flight 8446 at LaGuardia Airport on March 22, 2026. The Bombardier CRJ-900 struck an airport firefighting vehicle while landing on runway 1331, resulting in the deaths of Captain Antoine Forrest and First Officer Mackenzie Gunther. All 92 passengers evacuated, but 39 were transported to hospitals with injuries. Multiple safety system failures. According to NTSB findings published in April 2026, the incident involved multiple failures in safety systems rather than mechanical or weather-related causes. The airport surface detection equipment failed to track ARFF vehicles lacking transponders, and runway entrance lights activated but extinguished seconds before impact. Communications were further compromised when truck crew members heard conflicting instructions from air traffic control during the event. Investigation DCA 26MA161 remains ongoing with no final conclusions determined. Air Canada and aviation regulators are reviewing procedures following recommendations to improve surface detection technology and controller staffing during concurrent emergencies. Officials emphasize that while safety layers exist, timing and communication gaps can lead to catastrophic outcomes at busy airports. That's all we have for today. You can get the latest aviation news at aviatordb.com.